signs are non-conforming, which are conforming, which ones, I mean, who knows at this point? You read that sign ordinance, and you tell me if you understand it. Thank you.
I can actually address that. In other cities, other counties, you do
Y'all
not,
wanna go out and eat? No, never mind.
you guys do not get a CO until all your stuff is to code, including sign permit and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get it unless you have everything taking place. That's all.
So I would follow up on the signs. And my question is enforcement. Laura asked for just a letter. I'm asking for something much, much more. And that is, if you, and Mr. Mayor, you were told of this about a week ago. The new sign ordinance requires several things. It requires the permit permanently embased in the sign. I know of 2 signs that have gone up recently. I haven't looked at others, but the sign that Mr. O'Brien has up is conforming. Where my name is on Mr. Patton's new sign, it is not. Now, there's several things that have to happen here. First of all, as mayor, the chief of police is under your general direction in the code, and of course, code enforcement is under him. Code enforcement, after you were informed of this last week, code enforcement should have been sent out, that sign should have been taken down, it could have been put up and made conforming, but 2 other things had to happen. He had to be cited and taken to municipal court. Misdemeanor, but it is a crime. There are agencies out there, and I haven't done it, but I will, that will make you do your job. I expect that to be done in the next 2 days. And I can make, whatever you have to say, Mr. Fincher, I think you're totally incorrect. Ethics. The ethics may only be one section of the code, but ethical standards pervades the entire code. And what I'm talking about, I've gotten 2 other opinions on what I'm saying. So I can also bring an ethics charge against you, Mayor, for not enforcing the law, which is in another part of the code, and ethics pervades it. Regardless of what Mr. Fisher thinks, in the letter that I have from him, and I will pass out to you guys, because his advice on that is totally incorrect. Or maybe not, I would better put it, there are 2 other very valid opinions that disagree with this letter, in which says that the ethics complaints that I gave, was that about me?
No, it's about everything.
I hope not.
Well, why would it be about you?
Well, I don't know. Just
Why does everything gotta be about you?
because I'm talking too fast.
No, you can talk faster, not be
But anyway, I will continue in the same vein. So I made several ethics complaints. One was against Ms. Barr for what she said in that meeting of patents, and in difference to her disclosure statement. I'll go into that in a minute. But the others were, ethics complaint against you for not enforcing the law.
Go ahead, George. I mean, just tag it along. I'm getting sued. I'm getting
Hey,
called a criminal.
I'll get
I'm
ethics complaints
charges.
doing that.
You know what? I'm a human being too, and I got feelings. And I'm about
May
fed
I
up
remind
with
everybody in
the
here,
attacks.
I'm being very respectful, aren't I? What you just
And
did.
I'm being very respectful too,
Yeah,
George.
that's right, but you have to be careful of open meeting law too.
And, yes, I understand.
Don't try to shut me up.
I'm not trying to shut you up,
Okay.
George. We have personnel matters
I
tonight.
have no.
We don't have to take comments, but we are
I
taking
am not, this is
comments
not
out
personal,
of
Mr. Mayor.
courtesy.
It's not personal. I have no grudge against you, anybody in this room. But I think that our job, the problem with our city is we're not doing our job. So I will make those ethics complaints against the city attorney. But the city attorney also told me how to do it. I have to have it sworn. So I swore out the one for Ms. Farr.
I think that was pretty nice of him to tell you how to do it the right way so that it would be effective. Why don't you give him a little credit?
Here's another thing that happened though. I had to figure it out myself. When I called Mr. Fincher's office and asked how this would be done, I was told by his paralegal that I couldn't be advised of that. All I got was in the letter had to be a sworn statement. So I figured out, well, I'll just go and copy a sworn statement, take it over to the notary, and hope it's correct, because there are no forms to go by. And the law firm will not tell you. So what I did, I hope that when Mr. Fincher gets it, it is correctly sworn to. but I was not given any advice or help. So let's get further on in this. And I'm going to talk now about Miss Farr. I'm sorry that she's here, but
George, I'm not gonna, enough with the personal attacks. For
It's
you
not
to
a
say,
personal
I'm sorry
attack.
that
It's not a
someone
personal
is
You
here.
say you don't have anything against anybody.
And
It's
then you
not
say, I'm sorry that
disagree.
she's here.
Miss Williams, can you explain to them about open meeting law?
Well,
George?
All right, guys, I'm calling this out of order. I'm calling this out of order. George, you need to calm down. Let's take a deep breath. Let's you and I
Okay.
talk one-on-one,
Okay.
okay? Let's go somewhere.
I thought I was,
away from
I'm
all-
sorry, I thought I was, I don't hear well, so am I speaking too
Well, I
loud?
understand, George, but you look like you're about to just come up.
Oh, well, yeah, that's,
And you're
that's,
making us.
that's my new antidepressant drug.
We're all
Oh,
in
I
our
can
bowling
calm down, I can
points.
sit down and calm down. Here it is, and I'll become very calm.
Another
And if I
time,
went out of
George,
line,
another time.
huh?
Let's wait.
Enough is enough, okay.
Let's take a deep collective breath, okay?
Anybody want a cookie?
I didn't hear that. They don't hear
Do
it.
you want a cookie?
Oh, no, not me. That would just make it even worse.
Oh, sugar.
All right, we do have folks waiting for interviews, so Ms. Williams.
And I just ask a simple question. Why don't we have on our agendas what is required by open meetings law to tell us at least the categories that you're going to an executive session for?
Well, we're only allowed to go into executive session for certain categories.
I understand that, but sir, and I'm being respectful.
There was an email sent out that had some suggestions. The rest of council didn't respond, so the agenda was left as it was. And that's something that we will discuss as a body to see what parameters we want to put in the
Okay.
executive session for clarification purposes.
Please review.
It's on our radar screen.
Please review the State Open Records and Open Meetings Law of 2014. It's very clear that it's not just a matter of going in for one of the three things. There's really more specificity. And that is just so that we know. We have no idea. And that's what the state says it's supposed to be under Sunshine Law. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, any other comments? All right, there being none, I'll entertain a motion that we go into executive session for personnel matters.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
discussion. All in favor of the motion, raise your right hand. All opposed, same sign. I'll entertain a motion that we go into recess.
Also move we recess.
Motion to recess, second.
Second.
All in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed, same sign. We stand in recess.
All right. Recess.
I'm with you on that. You know, I have a seat on it. No, that's. I have a question. But I let it in. That's very interesting, because I had my CO from when I.
Well, when you were at
So I
First
feel
Love,
pretty
yes,
good
there
about
was
my
a CO there,
motion.
and you had a
I
CO
think I have
for
all my,
College Street.
I think I found that file. Seriously, I think I found it with my business license and my CS and stuff. Let me see if I can find
That
it.
we can.
Well, and I told her.
Get all this stuff together.
I wanted to talk to her about my good part and the expectations.
Because here's what they said
Today about the
Once those signs were approved, content didn't matter, the whole thing went out. That's why. Right, they changed it.
Oh, when they changed it, now it's not.
Right, but not that, now I read it.
Now, right.
But now you got another tag embedded or whatever. And that's not a problem, I'll be glad to do that.
This is right, exactly. But when did they change it? I don't know when they changed it. All I know is
Well, the new one that they modified for some issues, but from what I was reading, it looked like 2011.
When we take the
Was
dosage down.
when Bill Johnson came back, when what's his name
What's
left?
sitting at your
Chris
desk or someone like
Chris
that.
Montecito's left. Bill came back and then he implemented, from what I'm reading, which you know it takes forever to read all. Just wanted to come and say hello. But I don't have a problem with it.
Hey, Scott.
Believe me, I was.
And if you want to
when I
say
got
something
it.
about the terrible corner by the fountain, the city now owns that, so.
Hey, y'all.
City owns the corner with the
We're gonna be
fountain.
at this.
That whole view thing, yeah, they bought that because they're gonna widen the road and they're gonna, when they reach the sidewalks.
I wouldn't say anything about that.
And that's
I
that-
didn't
Well,
even-
I'm just letting you know, I called Smitty today, I said, hey, you guys need to.
Also, it's thinking
Damn right they do.
positive
I
about,
didn't
I
even
got
help
to
to
leave
get
you
by.
get your
Yeah,
physical.
they're
Do I
getting ready
need
to come
help?
to the sidewalks and they're gonna pull, you can't turn.
Oh, you want me to leave?
So they bought that.
Well, I don't want you to leave, but because of the
Actually, the
executive
fountain is, the fountain's
Then what?
session. We're going into executive session.
Oh, well, y'all can leave, I'll wait right
Absolutely fine, go
here.
that way, okay?
Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, well, just wait, it'll take us a minute. to
Yeah,
get back
okay.
up.
I'm full of
So,
pleasure.
Yeah, that's what I
I'm
was
with you
gonna
on all
say,
this.
Scott, if I can help.
It's not a problem.
Alright, no problem. Alright.
But I
Mercy.
find it rather interesting that any business that goes in my building, the files are missing. That doesn't make sense.
They are missing.
Well, let's go outside and converse
They're
some
missing.
more.
I never would open my mouth if it was otherwise.
I'll show you mine.
Oh, no, we're good.
3 weeks, 2 weeks in-house. they can-
I got it. I don't know when you started recording, but
Yeah.
at the beginning.